Hey guys, welcome back. So it's that time of the month again. No, not that time. But, it's almost the end of the month, so I figured this was a good time, and because I remembered again for 2 months in a row, go me, it's time for my monthly favorites. This month, so if you guys have watched some of my other videos so far, you'll recognize a lot of these products right away, and you'll probably actually be able to pick them out before I even start talking about them. So without much else, let's get started. Okay, so first off, this one is not new by any means. It's not something that I've just started testing or anything, but I have gotten like this newfound appreciation for it this past month because it's been so... If you live in Texas or you know somebody who lives in Texas, you'll know that the weather here is basically like, it can be all 4 seasons in all different places in Texas at the same time. Texas weather is ridiculously crazy. So the one thing that I really count on is having a really good foundation to get me through whatever Texas throws at me that day. And I have had a newfound love. It's like been rekindled for my Estee Lauder Double Wear. And I think it might just be because it's getting so hot and humid here, and because, okay, I don't tan, but I do fluctuate. I would say less than half a shade, but I do kind of fluctuate just slightly more dark, less pale, whatever, than I normally do, which is still really pale. But this actually looks really, really good when I'm just that itty little bit darker than I usually am. So the shade is absolutely perfect. This is 1C1 Cool Bone. This is the lightest shade available on Sephora, but I am pretty sure there's one shade lighter than this. It's like 1C0 Shell or Cool Shell, or I don't know, it's 1C0. But in the winter months when, my skin is still super oily, but it's not so hot and humid, I forget how much I love this foundation because I can basically wear whatever I want as long as I don't mind powdering or blotting a couple of times a day. But during the summer months, oh, no. There is absolutely no way I can wear just whatever I want on my face because it'll just melt off. And that's where the Estee Lauder Double Wear comes in. This is just a lifesaver. Today, I'm actually filming this. It is about 6:30 in the afternoon. I have been up since 9-ish, and I've had my makeup on pretty much since I woke up. I put it on right after, and I wore this today, and it is still looking perfect. Like, I didn't have to touch it up at all before I came here to film. It's just the best foundation for oily skin. I do like it with a damp sponge because it kind of thins it out a little bit and it keeps it from looking really cakey, but it's just the best one out there so far that I've found, and it's really just you put it on and you don't have to worry about it all day. So I'm so glad I have reaffirmed my love for this because I'm basically going to wear it every day here in the summer. Okay, so the next, I'm going to call them a pair. The next pair is one that I've talked about already in another video. It is the Ordinary Serum Foundation and the Ordinary High-Adherence Silicone Primer. So if you guys want to watch that video and you haven't already, I'll link it right up here in the little eye in the right-hand corner of the screen. But I'm not going to go into a ton of detail because there's a whole video about it, and you can totally go watch that one if you want. But this is such an amazing combination. The foundation itself, the Serum Foundation, is very lightweight. It makes your skin look super airbrushed, but I really found that this primer works best with it. It's like $3.90 on the Ordinary's website, and the foundation itself is only $6.90. So one, they obviously get points for being really affordable. They don't have any stores here in the US yet, so if you live in Canada or if you live in the UK, you can buy these in stores. Everywhere else right now, I think you have to just buy them online. So this one really just doesn't look that great with like my CoverFX primer that I really like with some other ones. But when you put these two together, I I just cannot believe how airbrushed and poreless my skin looks, and I have huge pores. A lot of people who have oily skin have that problem because their skin is just secreting so much oil. That's what their pores look like. They're huge. So I have huge pores like right under my eyes, right down here, right above my cheeks, and right around my nose, and kind of like right in the middle of my forehead. And wearing these together just looks so good. I really can't wait to get the coverage version of this because I think it's going to be amazing. I know there's a lot of people still waiting for it, and I really hope everybody gets their orders really soon and you guys can try it and see if you like it. But together, these two are amazing. That's why I'm doing these as a pair. Because on their own, I don't find that I like this like a whole lot more than some of my other primers, and I don't like this a whole lot more than some of my other lightweight foundations, but together they are just like a little superhero duo. It's like Batman and Robin, and they really just mesh and work so well together. So, high five to The Ordinary. Okay, so this is the last face product on my list, and this also came from another video. So if you watch the video with the Peter Thomas Roth products, again, I'll link it right up here in the eye, you'll know that we didn't really like the mask so much. It was one that Caleb and I tested together. But what I ended up really liking was the cleanser. So this is the Peter Thomas Roth Irish Moor Mud Purifying Cleansing Gel. And Caleb didn't actually try this when we did that last video with the mask, but I did, and I was really impressed with how it made my skin feel. So immediately after, we got back on camera and we started talking about what we liked and what we didn't like. And I couldn't believe how, normal my skin looked in the viewfinder. Normally after I wash my face, my skin looks super red and, my hyperpigmentation right here and my acne scarring really stands out a lot. But when I used this, it really calmed everything down, and everything was like so uniform, and there was no redness whatsoever. It was just amazing. Now this doesn't actually have anything minty in it, so just putting that out there, but it does leave your skin. It has like that kind of like minty feel, like that kind of tingly, super clean feeling, and that's what I really like about it too. But I think that I might actually be repurchasing this when I run out of this little bottle. I enjoyed it so much, and it's the one cleanser that actually tones my redness down, so for me that is just an absolute huge winner. My next product is a brow product, and this is the Benefit Precisely My Brow Pencil in shade 2. Now this is something that I don't think I really talked about a whole lot, but I did use a lot if you read the description boxes. So one, totally unrelated to like the performance of the product, but I absolutely love the way this is shaped. I just kind of feel like whenever I was putting it on, it was like a magic wand. It just felt like a wand, and I loved it. So aside from it being an actual magic wand, it really felt like magic. This is the first pencil I've been able to find that matches my natural hair color almost perfectly. So my hair is naturally like a medium to dark kind of ashy blonde with like red highlights pretty much. And I have such a hard time finding a pencil that's not too warm for my hair. And this one is like the perfect blend of warm and cool. I just wish it wasn't like $22 because I would buy it all the time. I'm just gonna have to bite the bullet soon and just buy another one because my brows have never looked better and more natural than when I used this pencil. Okay, so these last two sets of products are ones that you've seen already, but I'm still, weeks later, I'm still really impressed with them, so they made it into my favorites video. So the first one is if you guys have seen my full face of $1 makeup tutorial, and again, I link it right here in the little eye, you'll know that, there were some products that I didn't really like, but there were also quite a few that I was really impressed with. And one of those was the AOA Wonder Cover HD Concealer. Now, the shade that you see in the tube is a little different from what comes out of the tube. So while this looks really pale and cool tone, it comes out a little darker and more warm tone, kind of orange, but it blends in really beautifully on your skin. I haven't actually tried this for blemishes or anything yet, so I can't tell you how well that works, like on acne or any kind of scarring, but I've used it under my eyes and kind of just to highlight on my nose and my chin, and it works great, and it is only $1. Now, I'm pretty sure this comes in like a million shades on their website. Okay, not literally a million, but probably more like 12 to 15 shades. So you're really likely to find one that will match you really well. And a lot of times makeup, I don't want to say cheap makeup, but makeup that is on the less expensive side tends to not perform as well on the whole. There are some that totally defy expectations, but they tend to perform less well on my really, really oily skin, especially during the summer. And so far, this one's held up really well. And one more thing that really kind of sets it apart from a lot of other, we'll call them drugstore concealers, is that they have such an amazing shade range, like I said. Most drugstore concealers do not go light enough for me. They'll start right, like maybe a shade darker than what I am now, and it's just too dark for me to do any kind of like really good concealing with unless I conceal first and then put my foundation on, but I'm bad and I forget, and then I'll try to put it over it and it just looks like a hot mess. Now, you did see I was holding two of these. So the other one is the exact same thing, but it's green. It's the AOA Studio Wonder Cover HD Concealer in green. In the video that just went up about concealers, I really wanted to save these for this video because I wanted to give them a little extra time, but I have had some really bad acne lately, and I think it's because the weather's been changing and my skin's kind of trying to catch up. This has been such a saving grace. I have put this on under my makeup and then do the rest of my makeup like I normally would, and this basically just cancels out everything. I've had really bad acne like right here on my chin and then around my nose, like the places where I get the most oily the quickest. And this has just been amazing. It doesn't move, it stays where you put it, it's long lasting, I've tested it under like light coverage makeup, full coverage makeup, and it's performed well on every occasion. So if you don't mind spending $1 to test it out, they have a whole bunch of other colors too. They have a peach, a pink, a purple, a yellow, and every kind of skin tone in the regular concealer. So, I can't say enough good things about them for $1. The very last product I want to talk about is the AOA Studio Wonder Metal Liquid Lipstick. I have not been a fan of liquid lipstick, mostly because my lips are really, really dry, which is weird because my skin is so oily. It's like it sucked it all out of my lips. But these have really changed my mind. They are also $1, so just like the biggest bargain you could ask for. And what I like about them is they set down on your lips really quick. You have maybe a minute between when you first put it on and when it actually sets. And once it's set, that's it. It's not coming off. I have it on right now. I'm actually wearing the shade Moon, and there's nothing. Absolutely nothing comes off. And what I like about it is it doesn't feel like it's drying out your lips. It's not sucking all the moisture out. It actually kind of feels a little hydrating compared to most liquid lipsticks I've tried. The kind of the base shade is more of a matte, but it does have a metallic finish, It doesn't settle into any of the fine lines. It doesn't bleed. It's not sticky. It doesn't get on your teeth. It's just, for people who don't like liquid lipsticks for the same reasons that I don't, or if you're just kind of wary about trying out a metallic liquid lipstick, spend the $1 and just pick a shade that you think you're gonna like and give it a try. Because, coming from someone who is the hugest skeptic when it comes to liquid lipsticks, like I really don't like them, these are just amazing. And in this case, I really did save the best for last, because I don't really think I have anything negative to say, but I lied. I do. The only negative with these is the smell. It's not a bad smell. It just has a smell, and it smells like NyQuil. And not like that green kind of menthol NyQuil, that really nasty one, but like the cherry, like the purpley kind of looking NyQuil. It smells like that one. So if you don't like the NyQuil smell, you're not going to like this. But if you don't mind it, these are great. And the smell goes away, once you put it on and everything. So it's not like you smell like NyQuil all day. But I'm really seriously considering, buying more of the colors, because they're just such a good investment for $1, and I don't have anything else to say about them. They're great. Alright guys, so that was all of the favorites for the month. I hope you enjoyed watching this and hearing, I know I can get kind of long with some of these, but I really feel like it's worth it to talk about why I really like them, and give like real world examples other than, oh, it goes on really nice and I look poreless and it just has a great finish. No, like I actually want to tell you why I like it and why I think that these are good products and why they work on me particularly, because I have oily, sensitive skin. So, I really appreciate when you guys watch these things all the way through. I know I get talkative, but I really just try to give you as much information as I can. I don't want to feel like I'm ever misleading you on something. So I really appreciate you guys watching this, and I hope you enjoyed it. Comment down below if you guys have a favorite for the month, and don't forget to subscribe and give it a big thumbs up. So I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!